2x equals 26. Here x is multiplied by 2, so the opposite operation would be division. We will divide both sides by 2. Remember that whatever you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other side of the equation. 2 divided by 2 is 1, which leaves x on the left side. 26 divided by 2 is 13. You can mentally check your answer by checking whether 2 times 13 does indeed equal 26. Next question, x plus 12 equals 20. Here, 12 is added to x, so the opposite operation will be subtraction. X plus 12, take away 12. Once again, whatever I do to the left side, I have to do to the right side. So I will subtract 12 from the other side as well. 12 take away 12 leaves 0, so we have x on the left side, and 20 take away 12 is 8. Once again, you can mentally check 8 plus 12, whether that equals 20, to make sure that you've solved correctly. Solving by inspection means finding a number that satisfies, or in other words, makes the equation true. So we want to find a number a such that 4 times a will equal 16. We can see that a would have to be 4, because 4 times 4 will equal 16. Here, our takeaway 4 is 2, so we want to find a number such that when we take 4 away from it, 2 will be left. So r equals 6, because 6 take away 4 equals 2. Here, we want to find a number m such that when we add 3 to that number, that equals 6. So m would have to be 3. Here, we have to find a number a such that when we divide that number by 2, the result will be 6. So a is 12. Really, when you solve by inspection, what that means is that you don't have to do any work. You just have to solve mentally. 2x equals 26. Here x is multiplied by 2, so the opposite operation would be division. We will divide both sides by 2. Remember that whatever you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other side of the equation. 2 divided by 2 is 1, which leaves x on the left side. 26 divided by 2 is 13. You can mentally check your answer by checking whether 2 times 13 does indeed equal 26. Next question, x plus 12 equals 20. Here, 12 is added to x, so the opposite operation will be subtraction. X plus 12, take away 12. Once again, whatever I do to the left side, I have to do to the right side. So I will subtract 12 from the other side as well. 12 take away 12 leaves 0, so we have x on the left side, and 20 take away 12 is 8. Once again, you can mentally check 8 plus 12, whether that equals 20. Here we have 21 subtracted from x, so opposite operation would be adding 21. Minus 21 plus 21. Once again, we have to do the same thing to the other side as well. So we will add 21. Minus 21 plus 21 equals 0, so we have x left on the left side, and 232 plus 21 is 253. Here, 5 is multiplied by x, so the opposite operation would be division. We have to divide 5x by 5. Whatever I do to the left side, I have to do to the right side, so I'm going to divide the right side by 5 as well. 5 divided by 5 is 1, which leaves x on the left side and 13 on the other side. Here, x is in the fraction, so we will multiply both sides by the denominator to get rid of the fraction. 4 times x over 4 is 4 times 4. I will rewrite 4 as 4 over 1 to make it easier to see how we can multiply a number by a fraction. 4 divided by 4 is 1, so they cancel out, which leaves x over 1 equals 16. X divided by 1, of course, is just x, so x equals 16. Here, x is multiplied by 3. The opposite operation is division, so we will divide both sides by 3 equals 117 divided by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, which leaves x on the left side, and 117 divided by 3 is 39. Here we have 2 multiplied by x, and then we have 4 added to that expression. Remember that 2 we call attached value because it's attached by multiplication to x, and 4 is a separate value. We always have to deal with the separate values first. So we will subtract 4 on the left side. Since we are subtracting on the left side, we have to do the same thing on the right side. 14 take away 4. 4 take away 4, of course, equals 0, which leaves 2x on the left side, and 14 take away 4 equals 10. Now we have 2 times x, opposite operation is division, so we will divide both sides by 2. 10 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, which leaves x on the left side, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. You can mentally check whether your answer is correct by multiplying 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. So we solved correctly. Here, 3x plus 10 equals 13. We will have to deal with a separate value 10 first. 3x plus 10 minus 10 equals 13 minus 10. 10 minus 10 is 0, which leaves 3x on the left side, and 13 minus 10 is 3. Now we have 3 times x, so the opposite operation is division. If I do it on the left side, I have to do it to the right side as well. 3 divided by 3 is 1, leaves x on the left side, and 3 divided by 3 is 1 again, so x equals 1. Let's check if that's correct. 3 times 1 plus 10, does it equal 13? 3 times 1 is 3, plus 10 is 13, so our solution was correct. X divided by 2 plus 4 equals 28. We'll have to deal with a separate value for 4 first. X divided by 2 plus 4, the opposite operation is subtraction, so we will subtract 4. Since we did it on the left, we will do it on the right side as well. 4 take away 4 is 0, which leaves x divided by 2 on the left side. 28 take away 4 is 24. Now we have x divided by 2, and the opposite operation of division is multiplication. So we will multiply x divided by 2. Since we did it on one side of the equation, we have to do it to the other side as well. 2 times x over 2 is x equals 48. Here you can rewrite it as 2 over 1 times x over 2, and then it's easier to see that 2 divided by 2 is 1, and x divided by 1 is just x. To check your answer, you can check whether 48 divided by 2 plus 4 will indeed equal 28. 48 divided by 2 is 24, plus 4 is 28. So our solution is correct. 4x minus 5 equals 27. Once again, we'll deal with the separate value 5 first. 4x minus 5, the opposite operation is addition. Since we did it to one side of the equation, we'll do it to the other as well. Minus 5 plus 5 is 0, leaves 4x on the left. 27 plus 5 is 32. X is multiplied by 4, so the opposite operation is division. We will divide both sides by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1, leaves x on the left side, and 32 divided by 4 is 8. 7x plus 2 equals 51. Once again, we will deal with a separate value first. 2 is added, so the opposite operation will be subtraction. And we have to subtract on both sides of the equation. 2 take away 2 is 0, which leaves 7x on the left side. 51 take away 2 is 49. 7 is multiplied by x, so the opposite operation is division. We will divide both sides by 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1, which leaves x on the left, and 49 divided by 7 is 7. We can check our answer by multiplying 7 times the value of x, which we just found out to be 7, plus 2, and seeing whether that will equal 51. 7 times 7 is 49, plus 2 is 51. 35x plus 17 equals 122. 17 is added, so we will subtract 17 on both sides of the equation. Equals 122, take away 17. 17 take away 17 is 0, leaves 35x on the left-hand side. And 122 minus 17, we can use a calculator to figure that out. 122 take away 17 equals 105. 105. Now 35 is multiplied by x, so the opposite operation is division. We'll divide both sides by 35. 35 divided by 35 is 1, leaves x on the left side. And 105 divided by 35, we could use a calculator again or do a mental math and see that it's 3.